Irish Media Network. We entertain.
I'm Dara down here at the Palm House for a sold-out Lumen for Culture Night.
Hey guys, it's Saraya Ryan here and welcome to our 4th episode of About Last Night.
Welcome to episode 4 of About Last Night. Welcome to episode 4 of About Last Night. The West Coast team are at a very special gig in Kilkenny this evening. Multi-instrumentalist, writer and producer Daithí is playing in this incredible dome behind us. We're going to head in and check it out. Daithí, thank you so much for having a chat with us this evening. We are standing in this dome structure and you're gigging here tonight. Tell us what we are standing in.
There's an Irish inventor called Tom Watts who created this dome. Basically, it's got 46 speakers, I think it is. That's completely all the way around the sides, and it is like a really, really clear and detailed but very, very loud system. And I heard he had set it up just outside Kilkenny, so we said we'd do a gig here, basically. So we're kind of here for tonight. It's like this small little dome. It's going to fit like kind of, I guess, like maybe 30 to 50 people or something like that. It's really interesting. It's kind of... I've been sound checking all day and trying to set it up in a different way, and it's kind of, it's a really interesting, kind of very different setup than I'm used to, you know.
The echo is amazing.
Yeah. You might be able to pick it up on the microphone, but when you're just talking, it like bounces so clearly and everything as well. So
I can't wait to hear the set later on. It's going to be amazing. And coming to your set, you play the violin and you have all these magical things in front of me here, loop stations basically. How did you decide to have a fiddle mixed with a loop player? Like, where did the idea come from? Because you wouldn't really think of it usually.
When I was younger, I was playing in bands, playing bass guitar, and I had learned fiddle traditionally when I was younger. And then in college, I kind of got more and more into electronic music, and I just like the idea of like playing in front of people and getting people moving. It's always my thing. So basically, I started mixing in the fiddle into that. I mean, you can do so much with a violin. You can make these like big long notes or like pluck sounds. And then apart from that, I kind of use a lot of like analog synths and Ableton and a whole pile of different drum machines and stuff like that. The live shows are basically improvised so that I can kind of make stuff up as I go along. So if I can feel a crowd getting into something, I can go for 10 minutes of a beat instead of like 2, you know. It's like all very improvised, and you kind of keep an eye on the crowd, you know. So
that's amazing, because when you come to each, if you're going to more gigs, they'll all be different, you know. You'll never get the same.
Yeah, like I mean, because I produce my own music, and it's kind of, I was finding that like if I was just DJing it and stuff, you just get really bored of playing your own stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So like trying to change it up and remix it yourself live is like really, really fun and something kind of like a bit different, you know. So
yeah, no, it's amazing. And in terms of your career when you were younger, you'd had a little bit of a reality show. You were on Ireland's, sorry, I forgot the fucking name of it. What was it?
There was the
All Ireland Talent Show. Yes, I'll start that again. 3, 2, 1. And you're no stranger to televisions, as when you were younger, you did the All Ireland Talent Show, and you were on the same name, Daithí O'Shea's team. Yeah. And then you went on to Sky One, Must Be the Music. Did you feel doing those shows, you said at the end, I want to make a career out of this? It was like a stepping stone into, this is going to be a career for me.
Kind of not really, no. It was kind of like a very different thing. It was kind of... I was going into that as kind of, I was doing TV, radio and journalism in school, and I wanted to see how kind of TV stuff worked, and then it kind of snowballed like crazy. Yeah. But it was the first time that I kind of realized that people might be interested in music that I'd be doing on my own solo, so that was like a really good sign. But I think most people by now know that it's not really a very good way to start a music career at all, right? Because it like just drops off. So what I started doing was I was playing in the Hacienda in Galway for like a good few years, like every single Wednesday night for like years and years and years, and that's kind of where I really started to learn how to play live and kind of get that side of stuff, you know. So it was definitely like there was a kind of a right angle turn there for a while. But it was interesting. Like it's, as an 18-year-old, it's a pretty crazy thing to be doing, you know. So
and no one had ever seen something like that on TV before. It was completely new. It was fantastic. In terms, after you did Must Be the Music, you were signed to Sony, and you were writing pop songs for them. Did you feel creatively that it was a little deflating, like you didn't really get a creative flow going?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like very much like a job, because I was very much writing pop tunes for a company, if you know what I mean. So it was kind of interesting. It was really, really good to do, because I kind of learned a lot about production and like how to kind of mix stuff properly, and I just learned a load from it. But then I kind of took a turn then, and kind of decided that I was going to leave Sony and start doing stuff that was more concentrated on kind of Irish culture. And just as I left Sony, then I released Mary Keane's Introduction, which was the real the turning point.
Your granny story at the start of it, oh my heart, it's so beautiful. It's really, really lovely.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's been really, really good. I mean, we did a lot of festival shows this year. We finished out the year with Electric Picnic and the Body and Soul stage closing it out, and like probably one of the best moments I've ever been involved in was Mary Keane's playing that like 3 a.m. in the morning with every single person knowing every single word. It was like really pretty special. It was good.
I was going to say best gig ever. You've just answered my question. Electric Picnic. Yeah, no, it's amazing. So, well, Daithí, the rest of 2018, what do you have coming up?
Basically, I released 2 singles there recently, In My Darkest Moments and Take the Wheel with Paul Noonan. I have another 2 singles coming up in October, and we're going to release a whole kind of a set of double A sides all along for the rest of the year. And then I'm going on tour from, I think it's the start of October, where basically we'll be doing about 10 or 15 dates across Ireland. So yeah, you'll be able to catch me anywhere. If you're looking for the details, you go to like Instagram or Facebook or all that stuff. You just go Daithí Music, DAITHIMUSIC.
Thanks a million, Daithí.
Thank you.
We've been doing like lots of things over the summer. So we did Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd in 5.1. We had sellout shows for that. We did Radiohead Kid A, which was amazing. Like the production in that album really gets to come to life in Soundome, because it's just got the depth to be able to let you hear all that stuff that you don't hear in stereo outputs. And we did also Daft Punk Alive, the live album. Yeah, so that's incredible. We had some good shows with that. We did then a thing for kids, which is Profokiev's Peter and the Wolf, narrated by David Bowie. So it's like David Bowie talking them through, and we did this like real cool little, like sitting all the kids in a circle, and then I got into the middle of them and I just said, okay, this is not about phones or iPads or computers. This is about listening and just getting them to really focus on sound. And they loved it. Like this, you know, it wasn't like they were getting twitchy and they couldn't concentrate or whatever. They just loved it. They were soaked. They were just totally soaked in sound. It was amazing.
In a world where we're surrounded by phones and technology, like it's so needed.
And this is kind of half of the point about Soundome as well. It's like we're all about the sound. You know, everything is so visual now. Like we're on phones, we're on iPads. It's just constantly bombarded visually, and this is about like switching off the visual a bit and just focusing on the sound. So then the other cool thing that we did was a Blade Runner soundtrack. So we did that on sunny Sunday afternoons, and Cartoon Saloon are based in Kilkenny, so they have loads of animators, and a big group of animators came out, and we all just lay down on the floor, so like all the bass is coming up through your full body, and we hit play and we were gone, like solid gone for an hour and 10 minutes I think it lasts. But like afterwards everyone was just like, it was like it's like transcendental meditation with sound or something, because like meditation is difficult because you have to clear your mind, but the music kind of does it for you. So it takes you off, and because they're all real visual people, they were getting like crazy visuals going on and stuff. It was deadly.
We can see the dome behind us. It looks absolutely incredible. Tell us a little bit where you got the concept from. And
so I've always just been mad into geodesic as a form of construction anyway, and I built one at home out of wood. Like I come from a design background rather than kind of sound, even though I'm a music maniac. Like I've always been nuts about, about music. But I built one at home, and then I thought like it'd be really cool if you could make a kit where it all just clicked together. And you buy it in Woodies for a few £100 and go home, build it with the kids in the garden, and you end up with something like that, the smaller dome there, that you could like cover and have as a greenhouse or a chicken coop or something like that. But when I sat down to design the what they call the hub, I drew a circle, and literally as I was drawing the circle, I just thought, oh my God, put a speaker in the hub, and you've actually got like the perfect array. Because I'll explain it to you in more depth, but basically it's 46 speakers, but every speaker is equidistant. And also because it's nature's design, there is an angle on every speaker, which means that no two speakers are ever in conflict with each other, that's the cause of feedback usually. So we can do things in here that you kind of shouldn't be able to do, like you can mic up in there and stuff. So that's kind of where it came from. And this is I built the first one at home in my barn. It was 16 speakers, and then this is the second iteration. So this is 46 speakers. It's got subs under the floor, so you can feel the bass through your feet or your full body if you lie down. But yeah, we want to go bigger again. So that's the next step, is to go bigger. We want to get to kind of club size. And
it's super exciting to have an artist like Daithí in it as well. I can't wait to hear your set.
Like, and he just got it so quick. Like, he just stepped in and he was like, yeah, this works, cool. And he's just been sound checking there all afternoon, and it's been amazing. Like, it's like a little private show. So it was really cool. But I'm really excited to see what happens, because this is actually the first show that we've done with an artist in the round. So Daithí's in the middle, and it's like boiler room style with everyone around him, so that's going to be extra special. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be amazing.
I'm Remy.
I'm Joe.
And this has been episode 4 of About Last Night, West Coast team. Woo! Hey guys, it's Saraya Ryan here, and welcome to our 4th episode of About Last Night. We are here at the Sugar Club for a fantastic event called Strictly Handbags. So it's been about 25 years since the last club night of Strictly Handbag, and we're here to celebrate a wonderful man called Martin Thomas. So we hope you enjoy us. So I found the band. This is the whole group here. Guys, have you been here before?
Yeah!
Any good memories you want to share with us?
Nothing that we could tell you, actually.
What about you guys?
Good memories. Don't remember a thing, mate.
Together.
Good memories. Too many good memories.
So you're performing tonight?
We are indeed, yeah.
What time are you on up?
We're on at 11 o'clock.
Okay, and what can we expect from you tonight?
Oh, lots of 80s classics. Lots of really good 80s classics. The name of our band is Deja Vu, so you can follow us on social media and all that kind of stuff. We'll post up lots of stuff so you can see it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much for chatting to us, guys. Thank you. Guys, can't wait to see it. I love 80s music. Yes! I am sitting with Rory O'Neill, aka Panti Bliss. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, I'm tired, but I'm good.
Well, you don't look tired.
Behind a multitude, yeah.
So come here, we're here for a very special person.
Yeah.
Martin Thomas. When did you first meet him, and was it true that he gave you your first kind of performance or drag performance?
Yeah, no, I had done a little bit of drag in Dublin when I was a college student, and then I went abroad and lived away for 5 years, and I came back in 1995. And while I'd been away, they changed the licensing laws, and we now had real nightclubs. You wouldn't remember this, but there was a time when we didn't have nightclubs. You could only drink like glasses of wine in a nightclub. And so I came back and nightclubs had started, and the only thing at that stage that I knew how to make a living from was drag, but there was no drag scene in Dublin at all. There was no drag shows, there was no drag queens, there was no job. So I thought I'll have to just invent a job. So I went out every night in full drag. I went to every nightclub and tried to found to see if there was one that I could persuade them to give me a job, and they were mostly awful. But there was one on a Monday night.
Well, you perfected it now.
Yeah, well, no, I was fabulous. Most of the nightclubs were awful.
Okay.
And but there was one on a Monday night called Strictly Handbags that had just started in the Kitchen nightclub, which was under the Clarence Hotel, and it was super fun. It didn't matter who you were. You could be gay, straight, a bricklayer, a barrister. It didn't matter. Everyone was kind of fun. And it was on a Monday night. We hadn't had Monday night parties before then. And it was just cool and fun.
Yeah.
And that was the one that I thought, okay, I think these people would get me. So I went every Monday night for a few weeks, dressed up, made myself the life and fucking soul of the party, which was easy when I was young and drunk. And then after a few weeks, it was Martin's party, obviously. And then after a few weeks, I was leaving one night, and I went up to Martin and I said, this is a great party. The only thing that's missing is a total fucking idiot. And if you pay me, I will come every week and be your total fucking idiot. And he did. And so he gave me my first regular paying drag gig in Dublin. And I did that for a few years, I think.
Amazing, amazing. So come here, obviously you are a spokesperson in your community and to people in Ireland. You know, do you have any influences?
Oh, I mean,
Influencers, should I say?
Yes. Well, it depends on what area in my life. But like, if you're talking about, I don't know, say the panty stuff. Maggie Smith in a movie called Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, made in 1968, and she won the Oscar for it. The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Changed my life. So everything I do is some connection to that. And then apart from that, Billy Scurry. Billy Scurry is my Buddha, my God. Everything Billy Scurry says, I follow. I pray to him at night time, and he's an incredible break dancer as well.
Well, there you go. I have to see his moves.
So Billy Scurry influenced everything to do with my life.
Amazing, amazing. Well, come here. 3 words to describe Martin Thomas. What would they be?
Big feckin' Egypt. I love him for it.
Well, fantastic. Here, thanks so much for talking to me, and it was lovely to meet you. Cheers.
Thank you.
So I'm standing here with a very, very well-respected author, lecturer, radio presenter, journalist, and most of all, DJ. It's Dave Aslam. How are you?
Very well, yeah.
Yeah, good. Come here. You've played in Hacienda nightclub, which is probably one of the best nightclubs back in the day in Manchester. You played nearly over like 450 times, am I right?
Yep.
So for the viewers that don't know Hacienda, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, Hacienda was a club opened in 1982 by New Order in Manchester. And obviously New Order were a huge band in the 80s. Very cool club. But it was empty for a few years. I mean, bands played, but then in 86, 87 it went very DJ oriented.
Okay.
And we were basically in the right place at the right time to be pioneers really of the whole rave scene. And that's where the Hacienda got its reputation.
Yeah. Do you miss that time?
No, not really. I mean, to be honest, 30 years ago seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
And I still love DJing and I still love new music, and I'm not one of these people that is on a kind of nostalgia tip 24/7. I like looking back and I like celebrating it, but as a DJ and a music lover, there's always other stuff to discover.
Nice. That's a nice way to put it, though, isn't it? Yeah. So, obviously, working with the biggest names, as you've mentioned, New Order, the Gorillas. You've done some amazing after parties as well. You've played at some really, really cool parties. What's it like playing with such big names?
To be honest, it's when you're a DJ, you have to get used to the whole idea of just going behind the decks and doing your thing, you know. And actually, when you doing an after party for Depeche Mode or New Order or somebody, you know the audience are going to love your tunes. It's actually weirder if you get like a corporate gig and you're playing to kind of like I went all the way to Portugal to play to a Mercedes Corporation, European sales force. And that was horrible.
They just
because I'm like, I had nothing in common with them.
Of course.
Musically or probably in any other way.
Yeah.
So
what do you do in those situations, though?
Well, you just keep playing stuff that you like, and hopefully eventually they go with it. And then, and the other thing is you hope that they've just had enough drink and they don't know they don't know what you're playing. But I'm quite, 99 times out of 100, I'm very choosy about my gigs because you just want to turn good people onto great music, really.
Of course, well, that's exactly it, and your aura brings good people as well, doesn't it? So come here. We're here, as I said, we're here for a very special person, Martin Thomas. It's in celebration of him. How did he come into your life?
I don't remember exactly, but all I remember is around 94, 95. Coming over to Dublin and doing his Monday nights at Re-Raw, and I can't remember how he got in touch with me, but we hit it off instantly, because the thing about DJs is we think that it's all about us, and people come to hear us, but actually what Martin understood was that it was about the whole vibe and who else was invited and who was doing the door and what the design was like. So he turned a good night into a big event, even though it was a Monday night. And as a DJ, it was great to have somebody who kind of just did all that kind of stuff. And he never I don't remember him ever telling me what to play. He was just like, here we go, this is it, do it. And and I arranged for a whole load of DJs to come over to Dublin, to Manchester from Dublin. And then we did a kind of a weird DJ exchange, which was brilliant fun. And it was always just great fun. And all I remember was that it was like basically I'd get home with like no money because Martin would be like, "Oh, Dave, we'll have a great time. Don't worry about the money," and I'd be kind of.
Yeah, great.
I'd be like, yeah, and he was very, very charming and persuasive and charismatic man.
Okay.
And so I used to get kind of emotionally blackmailed into coming over to Manchester and playing for 45 quid, you know.
Yeah, of course. So you're playing here later on.
Yeah.
Excited about playing your set? 25 years of celebrating Strictly Handbag.
Well, I am, yeah, but also obviously, you know, remembering Martin, it's kind of quite emotional, you know, because it is a celebration, but at the same time, for me, it's having come all the way from Manchester for this. It's a little bit bittersweet.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm already meeting people that, you know, I remember from back in the day. Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, once I get behind the decks, I'll be a happy man.
Of course. Even when I was looking at people there back inside, you can see that they're reliving their youth, and you know, so it's really nice to see that as well.
Yeah, everyone's come with a great attitude, so I'll be buzzing off that.
Yeah, well, sweet. Well, come here, smash it, and it was lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much.
So I'm here with Venetia, the lady of the night. Can you tell me a bit about the night?
Yeah, so basically tonight was organised for my husband because he passed away in February. And basically, a few of us decided that even though we'd given him an amazing send-off, that this was the only send-off he could have possibly had. So we had to do a Strictly Handbag night. So all the DJs were absolutely totally on board. We've all the original DJs. We remade all the original flyers. We've basically done it as Strictly Handbag was done back in the day, but it also coincided with 25 years since handbag started. So, but also what we wanted to do was set up something in Martin's name to keep him going, because when he passed away, there was so much written about him online that that was a lot for me, and it was very comforting, and it still is. And we have 3 kids, so for them in time they'll see that. So we decided to set up a trust in his name for Jigsaw. So basically what that'll do is it'll set up a new thing within their organisation called the Schools Programme, and that will set up, so basically if there's a kid in a school who needs to talk to somebody and they go to Miss Murphy and Miss Murphy talks to them and she hopes she said the right thing. Instead, this way, Miss Murphy will have been trained to say the right thing. So she knows everybody's getting help, because at the minute kids are waiting 18 months to 2 years to get some sort of mental service help. So this way they'll get it quicker in schools.
It's a brilliant way, and it's a fantastic way of keeping his memory alive, and everybody's here, and the atmosphere is amazing, and it's all because of your husband. Like, it's a sense of, I'm feeling the pride and I'm feeling the love everywhere I go, and the memories that people are sharing are just fantastic.
And it's also, I suppose for me, it was like making sure we did it right, and I think we have.
I think you've nailed it on the head. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. You've got everything down to a T, and everyone's just so happy to be here. So fair play. But also, what caught our eye, so we seen you and we noticed your bag. You need to show everyone how cool this bag is.
Okay, so
hi.
So Paul Harrington, who was playing here earlier, gave me this bag, and the first song is "You're My Best Friend." And he's one of my best friends, so it means a lot.
And your outfit and everything, you're just glowing. You look gorgeous, and it's a brilliant night. And thank you for having us here. We really appreciate us having you. Thank you. That's it from us, the Dublin team, about last night. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know where you want us to hit Dublin town next. Now we're going to go off and have a bit of a boogie to the tunes.
I'm Dara down here at the Palm House for a sold out Lumen for Culture Night. Let's go have some fun. Right. I'm Dara, I'm down here at Palm House with Cal Cooper. How's it going, mate?
Well, it's crack, you alright?
You having a good night so far?
Oh, well, so far.
So Lumen has a pretty big name in Belfast for having such a tight-knit community as a family. Can you comment on that further and why you enjoy it so much?
I don't know why I enjoy it, but mainly because it is such a close-knit family. Like, everyone who plays, everyone who dances, like, we're all mates. Yeah. We all sort of know each other. Like,
you say it'd be different, like going to a different venue in Belfast, like 100%?
100%. Like, if I go to, like, I'm not going to name any places, but I can go to anywhere. Like, I'll just not know the people, but as soon as I come to DST, everyone's like, well, what's crack? And that's it. Like, everyone you see.
Just everyone's a mate that you've seen at least once?
Everyone's your mate you've seen at least once. Like,
just in some smoking area somewhere?
Exactly, a smoking area somewhere. Like.
How would you say DST compares in intensity to different nights in Belfast?
I don't know, like DST's here, and like most of the other nights in Belfast are here. Like
that's some scale.
In intensity, that's a big gap. Like.
And how do you feel Palm House has increased Lumen's like reach to all these different people that become regular?
Just the fact that it's now become a weekly event. Like it was like, I don't know what Lumen was every couple of months.
Yeah, it wasn't very regular at all. Like.
It was massive, and everyone you saw there was your mate. But now you're coming here every week. And you see people who you see every week now, and you're like, Jesus, like.
You just know them for years now, they're your mates, not even realising.
You previously would have saw them at Lumen every couple of months, but now you see them every week, and you realise how dedicated people are actually to the scene.
Yeah, it's good to see. Like you can feel the family vibe when you come here. Like really everyone's just here to have a good time. Like it's a nice place to be. Yeah, so have you got any specific Lumen gigs that you remember that just come to mind? Like favourite gigs, favourite sets?
My favourite was probably this time 2 years ago, Paula Temple, Joe Farr.
Oh right.
We actually played our first live set this time 2 years ago for Lumen Culture Night.
How'd that go?
It was us, Joe Farr, Paula Temple. It was the best night of my life.
Unbelievable.
And you speak to anyone that's been here, like they'll tell you exactly the same. It's the best Lumen that there's been ever. Like.
So how do you feel that Belfast would benefit from a couple more sort of nights that would be like Lumen? Because it sort of feels like Lumen has more of a monopoly on the techno night. There isn't really anything that's like this.
I don't know if it's a monopoly or it's just the fact that
it's out there, it's different.
DST have the balls to play like that kind of gear. Like,
well, I was in there earlier and it was fairly pumping.
Most other places.
I'm here down at the Palm House with a couple of punters. What are your names, guys?
My name's Henry Kerr.
My name's Nathan, but mostly known as Spit.Ting on Instagram.
I'm Maeve. Hi.
So guys, are you having a good night so far?
Amazing.
Yeah, great night.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
So the Palm House has recently become home to DST. How has that changed DST as a whole?
I love DST, like.
It's nice to have like a physical space to feel comfortable and listen to good music and feel safe around people.
Yeah, it's just a safe space. Like.
Yeah, like definitely. Like I think DST has promoted that throughout, like how much, like throughout their whole time, like doing things, and just now to have like a permanent space to like feel safe and have good music. Like it is good.
Go out and express yourself. Like
yeah,
for example, like obviously like you wouldn't go out to somewhere else in Belfast dressed specifically like this.
Yeah, that is true, but.
Well, I don't know who you might.
I feel like
I don't know Nathan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I would go anywhere dressed like this, but especially here, like I know I'm not gonna come here and feel grimmed out.
No one's gonna judge you, right?
Yeah, like 100%, like fully, yeah.
So, have you got any memories from Lumen back in the day? Any specific sets that you remember? Any DJs?
Well, I've been here from the beginning.
From the very beginning?
The very beginning.
How long ago was that?
I'm 25 now. When I was about 17.
Fair play. So we were in it for a long run then.
Back when it was in the front page, it was it was in the front page, which is now Boombox.
Yeah.
I literally had no idea what you were talking about there. I was like, was that a place?
Yeah, it was really good, and it's good to see it progress as well. And I'm really happy that we've now landed in our home as the Palm House, and we don't have to share as much as Mandela Hall was a fantastic venue, RIP. But it was good to just like have this as our own home and not to be sharing it with any other people. And it's
class. It's now become a regular thing. It's Because like it was only like every couple of months that Lumen would happen, and now
Yeah. I mean, but DSNT happens weekly. The big Lumens are now. It's just fucking great to see their first Lumen hit off so well.
And you've been doing fantastic. Like selling out like every week.
All due to the family. What?
No, this is the DSNT family that we've been talking about all show. So the
Shout out to all the long-term members.
DSNT fam. So yeah, how important do you think that is for Lumen? The family culture that you have and the community that's been growing from this?
Right, yeah, you can do that one.
Well, like, right, so, like, before I started coming here, I was, like, a loser with a fringe and, like, wasn't, like, confident at all. So, like, coming here was really, like, uplifting to be, like, when I first met Austin, he was really, like, you could be as weird as you want and, like, just be yourself. And, like,
there's nobody gonna judge anyone here.
So, like,
it's fantastic.
How I met Austin was him saying, will you shave your eyebrows for a music video? For Suno Sharp.
Yeah.
And then, so coming to these events, it's really just like, just be yourself. Like coming to other clubs, you know, you have to like tone it down, and I can be as queer as I want in like a space and not feel judged or grimmed out because of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no one's here trying to make any enemies.
Yeah,
everyone's
like,
here. Like I would say about like 50% of the people you see in here, at least you would have seen them once.
Can I interview you? What have you got to say about the night? I haven't seen your face around here.
Had a good night?
How do you feel about the
It's
atmosphere?
actually, I wouldn't see, to be honest, I wouldn't regularly come to Lumen because it's not really the kind of music.
It's not something you'd listen to?
See that? Yeah, exactly. I've been and I had a fantastic night. It was really good. It was really good. The production and it was just next level. There's actually nothing I've seen in Belfast like this.
Unbelievable.
It's the effort that goes into it. There's like so many other nights out in Belfast where everyone is literally just doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But in Lumen, they all just go over the top every time, and it does so well.
Stops for it, like.
I'm bald.
You're bald?
Yeah.
I'm actually bald.
Well, fair play, lads.
Yeah.
So, have you got any other memories that you'd like to share with us? Any absolutely crazy memories?
Yeah. So when I Hit Models played, it was really good, but I was in a state because everyone was like, I Hit Models is here. And I just talk shit to I Hit Models for like an hour in the green room.
Well, did he listen?
To what?
To you talking shit to him?
Oh, did I listen?
Did you listen?
Did he listen? Yeah, he listened and he gave me, what did he?
Let Henry say something. I just purposely tagged Henry in Andrew's post because he's so fucking fantastic. Can we just check out Henry's outfit here?
Talk us through your outfit, Henry, man.
Yeah, can we...
Where's the cowboy hat from?
Can we actually get a wee bit of a comment on the Euro?
I'm here with Manni Dee Myler down at the Palm House today. So guys, how'd your back-to-back go?
This guy, he's such a tough act to follow.
Know what it is, man? The only person I actually like really look forward to doing a back-to-back with is Manni. We have such like similar tastes, man. Me and Manni.
Good chemistry.
Yeah, we do, man. We do, and we've been doing this. What, 5 years?
Yeah, we've been doing about 5 years, but this is only, what, our third?
Yes, maybe
back-to-back.
fourth.
When was the first one?
It was actually for DSNT in London, Corsica Studios, Room 2. So that was that crazy night where A&D went back-to-back with Sono Sharp. And he couldn't get into Room 2.
Talk about a nuts night, man. It was mental, man.
It was sick.
But me and Manni basically started the night. Me and you started the night. And we were fairly low on the spectrum of techno artists at the time, like, do you know what I mean?
Even at that point, my ego was like, what the fuck are we starting for, man?
Yeah, I know. But no, it was a really nice night, man. So we've been doing this about 5 years. We made some music together, never released anything, but we've made some, like, banging tunes together, man. Some proper business.
I think the great thing is that with my solo sets, I play more kind of like industrial. I play ravey and industrial, but I think Dean leans more towards the ravey side of things.
So would that make you kind of change what you would kind of play, or would it make you change what you would play in a better way?
Yeah, when Dean's playing his tunes, I'm just like, how can I follow this?
Just constantly thinking how to one up him.
I've got my tunes queued, and then his drop comes in, and I'm just like, okay, fuck that one. But
you just go home then.
Exactly, I'm just like, you just do it. But the good thing is, like, like we both play similar music, but you lean more towards the ravey side of things. I lean more towards the industrial side of things. Yeah. So when we come together, it's just beautiful. It's really great synthesis.
We bounce off each other.
Nice combination.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I saw the whole set in there. That was honestly fantastic, guys. Like, you should be really proud of that.
Honestly, man, like after doing back-to-backs with fucking so many people in the scene, man. Like me and Manny, really, we have so much good chemistry, man, and we have since the start. So, like, I've been waiting.
Good
for
friendship.
This to happen in Belfast.
Me too.
Like, it's,
me too, man.
I'm waiting for it to happen in Belfast, man. I'm so happy that we.
Good night for it to happen on culture night as well. Like
culture night as well.
I love DSNT so much, man. Like what they're doing.
Fantastic. Especially with Palm House, their new venue.
You're so aligned with us, man. You're so aligned with
Bro,
us.
I've been saying this to everyone who's part of DSNT tonight. Is the way they do things, the way they curate things.
Yeah.
Like a family vibe.
It's a family vibe. I was saying to Oisin, you remind me of, like This Is England.
Yeah.
Apart from all the bullshit that went down, like you know how tight the crew is.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that, and how on it Oisin is, especially when I did the rave tape thing. He just sent me so much content to post online. It's like, okay, this is for Instagram, this is for Facebook, this is the artwork, everything.
Just cover every base.
It's sick, man.
On the ball, man. If there's ever anybody, like, that's why, like, Oisin is my manager and has been for about 5 years. We just never made it official. Like,
now you're part of the actual agency. This just started.
Like, I met Oisin about 5 years ago, and ever since then I've been working with him. He's been my manager. He's got me agencies. He's got me releases. He's got me, but it's never been official, and it's not until now that it's been official, man. But
It's all just accumulated to become this now. Like.
But the dude is on point.
Yeah, workaholic. Yeah.
Literally, it's a workaholic, man. He has like a Ford manufacturing line for putting out content and music.
What he's managed to do with Palm House itself, that's impressive alone.
You know yourself, lads, this place is supposed to be cursed.
Yeah. Doesn't look cursed.
Doesn't look cursed to me.
Doesn't look cursed at all.
I don't know about you, but this is a sold out gig, like, do you know what I mean?
100%.
And this is what, there's only been one that hasn't been sold out so far, and we're 8 weeks in.
Okay, that's it.
So it's going well?
7 weeks in, 8 weeks in, this is the only, like, last week was the only one that hasn't been sold out, I think. So I think we're doing pretty
well. Yeah. Yeah, well, just the history of that venue in total, like it is difficult to try and get people around, but as you can see, it's not exactly going badly.
Doesn't seem to be a problem tonight. Like,
have you got any fantastic DSNT memories from specific sets that you would have loved?
Oh man, that's a hard question, dude. That's a hard question.
Or anything not even like your favorite, just ones that just come to mind, just mad moments.
Dude, there's been too many, man.
I got one from the videos I've seen online of your set, is when you played I Love You by Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
You can remember your sets better than you can.
That was here on opening
I was
night,
just like,
man.
yes.
Yeah, that was here on
Someone's
opening
doing
night,
it.
man.
That was sick.
It was insane, man. But this is the thing about Belfast. The crowd is so receptive. Crowd is so receptive up here. It's really like, it's a dream for the DJ to come and play here, man. It's so. You know what I mean?
Really, like, for example, with your music, like, it would be quite politically charged with, like, you kind of, with the vibe of getting away from, like, the day-to-day job and, like, getting away from all the stupid stuff that's going on in our political day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Like, how important is that for the techno scene in Ireland and techno scene in general in the UK?
Well, I think, especially here in Ireland, people seem to really know how to indulge in hedonism. It's like you know what, I see people...
They do well.
Yeah, I see people walking...
It's escapism.
It's escapism, but it's done in the best way possible.
Yeah, it's just like, you're not coming here to get away from people, you're here to come and meet people. Like, everyone here, like, you'll know everyone you see in the smoking area from some point.
You're here to meet people, but maybe you're here to get away from people if you're working 9 to 5.
Oh yeah, all those people.
But, like, this is one of the only places where I've seen people dance into the venue. They don't walk into the venue, they dance into the venue. I was like, this is sick. And the crowd, the crowd are really probably the least self-conscious crowd I've ever experienced in my life.
They've got no fear, like no fear whatsoever.
There's no kind of fear of judgment. In a lot of places you play, you have that, but not to this extent. A lot of places people are concerned with how they come across, what they're wearing, that kind of shit.
Yeah, like me.
Here it's just like, okay, I'm here to have a fucking great time.
Like me and Andy were saying earlier, we were saying like, oh, I don't know whether what I'm wearing tonight's a wee bit on edge or not. And then you look around and it's like, what was I even worried about? Like, I feel bad for even worrying about
There's
it.
no all black policy here like so many other places. It's really, the crowd are just so kind of...
It's got so much freedom.
So much freedom, and I think that sense of freedom enables them to connect directly with the DJ, whereas in other places, certain places you play, people feel as if they have to adopt a bravado and a certain attitude.
Yeah, they go around and look around and see who's looking for them, rather than go and find other people.
Whereas the attitude here enables people to connect with each other and also the DJs as well.
Yeah, it's so much more personal. Like people could feel like they come over and say hello to you, whereas in a different venue they may feel intimidated.
Man, it's a genuine safe space here. Like I hear people talking about safe spaces, I hear people talking about this and that, and when it comes down to it, people try to express themselves and then they start shooting them down for whatever ideas they have in their heart. This is a genuine safe space, dude. There's nobody I've ever seen come here, express themselves and be shot down like a dickhead. Like, do you know what I mean? This place is fucking amazing, dude, and it has been. Like, I started coming to DSNT nights 5 years ago, man, and ever since then, I've been noticing the crowd just get that little bit better,
Yeah, it's evolving.
Oh man, it's nuts. And I remember saying it to Oisín years ago, before I moved up here. I'm living in Belfast now since January, so I'm a local now, boys. Hey! I'm a local now. But at the time, I didn't know what I was doing when I was up here, man. I was only coming up and spending maybe 3 times a year up here for one night, and I didn't have a clue what it was about. But then I started coming up, man, and what he's after building. I remember saying to him years ago, and I going home one night after a gig and texting him and being like, the crowd is so amazing in Belfast, man. And he was like, look, that's not Belfast. Well, it is Belfast, but it's also what we've built.
This hasn't stemmed from Belfast, this has stemmed from the people that are wanting to do it.
This is the thing, man, and it stemmed from like common thought, people having the same ideas, people coming together in like a community, and it's something that DSNT has built. I don't think you can get this anywhere else in Belfast.
It's so different. Yeah, no, it's everywhere else is so, it's not really as tight knit as this. It's like a community, it's genuinely a community.
Genuine, man, and I know, like, I won't say, like, I know about 40% of people in there. Like, genuinely know
like personally
know him, man.
And that's why your tunes are getting better reactions.
Yeah.
You know, they're asking for them before the show.
Dude,
exactly. I'm the away team here.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing here, man. It's different, dude. I can do that every week. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing here.
This has been About Last Night, episode 4, down at Palm House with Lumen. I hope you've had a fantastic night.